Maybe I'm out of touch and overly critical, but I think it's safe to say that our federal liberal government has way too many random fake little holidays that they celebrate. Imagine the waste of taxpayer money that goes into paying graphic designers and other bureaucrats to consult on the celebration of days that no Canadians actually celebrate. So there's this one I saw today that actually shocked me. It's really hard to shock me these days, but this one was so silly it actually made me like double and triple take at it. But our federal liberal government is now celebrating International Asexuality Day, which is apparently on April 6th. Pascal St. Onge, our Minister of Heritage, said for International Asexuality Day, let's commit to stand up for more inclusive and respectful communities. Why is this being celebrated? It is a celebration of people who don't care about sexuality. If anything, there's an absence of a day here. It is people celebrating the fact that they do not care about something. I don't get it. Maybe I'm just out of touch, like I said before. But there's so much money in the federal government. I guarantee close to $1 billion celebrating days and holidays that not a single person in Canada really cares about unless they're a full-time activist. And that post that Pascal was quote tweeting from Free to Be Me, which I guess is a department in the federal government, they linked to this source. And by the way, that post that Free to Be Me had like posted only had like 36 likes on it, and it had like 50 quote tweets of people just saying, why is this even a day? But that post links to this random activist organization, which you would assume something that the federal government was linking to would be just some generic web page celebrating the day, saying what it's all about. Like, no, this is actually like a strange left-wing activist group where you can type in here what city you live in if you want to partner up with all the other asexual people in your area. Like, I don't know, like no like shots taken at asexual people, but this seems just very strange that this needs to be an entire website. And you can like join local groups, be part of a community, and like you go down further and like become an activist, like activist over asexuality. This feels, and don't take me the wrong way here, a little silly. It feels like our federal government is being run by student union activists to whom no holiday is small enough. I wouldn't be shocked at all if tomorrow Justin Trudeau walks up to a podium with an eye patch and beard on to celebrate Talk Like a Pirate Day and to recognize all those out there who identify as seafaring pirates. And then the next day we will have Frontier Cowboy Day, where everyone who thinks of them as like a gun-toting bandito comes out and celebrates their identity as a bandito. I don't get it. Why do we have any of this nonsense? I propose we actually stop celebrating all holidays at the federal level. We still have stat holidays for days where most Canadians are celebrating a holiday like Christmas and Easter and some of those other major days, Canada Day. But for all this small garbage, I'd rather just do away with all holiday celebration if it meant we weren't paying people to make graphics for Kwanzaa, like Asexuality Day, and all the other random and sundry days that nobody could name. If you actually even an activist, gun to their head, they probably couldn't name you like more than 3 or 4 of these like awareness days or these like celebration days, because it's a little bit much. It's the middle of April, or not the middle of April, but it's the beginning of April, and I don't think a single person knew about this day other than the people who make money from getting government grants in order to put up fake celebrations of these things that they themselves don't care about. And I guarantee the fact that this web page was linked to by our federal government means whatever organization this is, whether it's tied to the federal government directly or it's its own private nonprofit, they are getting federal dollars, taxpayer money that people had a really bad day at work earning, but they still did the work and they got home to put food on the table. That person's money went to so that somebody in the basement of the federal government could create all these graphics, and that money could be pushed over to a group who wants to create asexuality community organizations. I don't get it at all. I'm going to repeat myself so much saying I don't get it. The next conservative government needs to wipe out this entire Free to Be Me organization within the government. It seems to be a repository of nonsense. I think we could easily save $1 billion just eliminating celebrations of nothing. Like, again, emphasize that. Just because you put a name to a day doesn't mean it's something. These are nothing days. Have you ever seen an asexuality flag in your life? Well, now you have, and I don't think you cared any more than you did before. Ugh. Anyways, guys, that's it for me today. I just quickly want to plug the fact that I, Wyatt Claypool, am running for the Calgary Signal Hill Conservative Party nomination. This is what the riding boundaries are going to look like after Elections Canada redraws the boundaries after April, because Alberta is getting 3 new ridings. So if you live in this riding, buy a membership, vote for me #1 on your nomination ballot. Check out my website in the description below, wyattclaypool.com. And then also, if you don't live in Alberta or my riding, you can also donate to myself and the National Telegraph's legal fund. We have this stupid defamation case against us in which the guy who's been suing us for over 2 years and forced us to pay $26,000 defending ourselves has not submitted any evidence. Frankly, we did a deposition with him, and he still hasn't even given us the information we requested from the deposition. And I'm getting the impression he might be ducking us a little bit after 2 years, considering that he's a billionaire and these legal proceedings could be going way faster. He has the money to make them go as fast as he wants, and yet, for some reason, we've been dragging our feet. So there's a Give, Send, Go link in the description of this video as well. If you want to donate there, any money really helps us out. We always have new legal bills coming up, and I have another $3,000 retainer I have to pay to, bring the balance of that up. So this guy's been costing me a lot of money for verifiably true things we said about him, things that we based off of old reporting on him. So we barely said anything new about the guy other than he was donating to Aaron O'Toole in 2020. But other than that, I'll see you guys all later.